Around Christmas time, we have a champagne tasting with one of our importers, and that is a big deal because customers who love bubbles come and really get an appreciation of the different styles and what they really like. And so we've created an audience that has really tuned in to what it is that we have, and they become consistent about what they buy.
Yeah, well, if you have Musset and Geoffroy Ebrard, you have good producers to start off with. So, some, star producers, actually, I often talk about this little niche of star producers, to work with the terroir that they had. So Geoffroy, obviously, in Cumières, Cédric Musset in Cuil, so a little bit further down the Vallée de la Marne, Meunier, both of them, Cumières, also a lot of Pinot Noir, obviously. Um, so, this is quite interesting that, people are asking or interested in these things. So when people come in and they ask, for instance, for Veuve Clicquot, do you have Veuve Clicquot or not?
We do not have
You do not. So
no.
if they don't want to get any of the, if they really want to get Veuve Clicquot, they're going to leave and get some, go somewhere else. Or most of the time, maybe you can convince them to
Most
buy whatever you've got.
So most of the time, I can speak to someone about
Mhm.
champagne and the conversation, asking for Veuve Clicquot is never a conversation stopper, so to
Mhm.
speak, right? It is always the opportunity to speak to consumers about
Mhm.
what it is they like or don't like. But quite often, when people come in for Veuve, it is because it is for a gift and they have
Okay.
a friend who loves the orange label, right? And so that becomes important and part of the branding and part of what they are transmitting in terms of what that person wants, right?
Mhm.
So when they want that, I will very happily tell them where they can find it. There are other places that they can find that. But it also allows me to talk about the grower champagnes and the other
Mhm.
options that we have, right? And a few times people do come back and say, "Hey, we talked about champagne. Can you tell me a little bit more about this
Mhm.
or that?" And so it allows us to be able to do that. And not just obviously the champagne conversation, but also bubbles in general,
Mhm.
right? That bubbles can be so many things as we've talked about before, everything from Cremant to we have,